aspiring doctors. Welcome back to another video designed to help you inch ever closer to getting that coveted white coat. As an MCAT tutor who's coached thousands of students, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to MCAT prep. Today, we'll be addressing some of the most common yet damaging misconceptions students fall into when prepping for this exam. More importantly, I'll share with you tried and tested solutions that'll put you on the path to MCAT success. Our first stop on this journey is a common piece of advice floating around the MCAT prep space. Start doing practice problems right away. Sounds intuitive, doesn't it? But let's dig a little bit deeper to see why this might not be the best starting point. Well, let's imagine trying to construct a dishwasher without even knowing the ABCs of electrical engineering, mechanical skills, or plumbing, even attempting to build it without any strategy, blueprint, or plan. Just like how an infinite amount of monkeys with a typewriter will write Shrek 2 with infinite time, you too will eventually create a dishwasher. But you aren't an infinite amount of monkeys, and you don't have an infinite amount of time. So why tackle MCAT prep like a time-rich primate? Don't just plunge into the practice problem pool. First, you must build a robust content foundation and critically establish a strategic game plan. And how can I be so confident about this approach? Well, it has served over 1,000 MCAT students I've taught with resounding successes, with many scores above 515. Emphasizing the importance of learning solid test-taking strategies early on cannot be overstated. Why? Well, it's simple. If you leap into practice problems without them, you're at risk of reinforcing bad habits and mastering the art of mistakes, all but ensuring a lower MCAT score. So where do you discover these MCAT game changers? Sure, you can shell out $2,000+ to a big test prep company, or for 97.5% less, you can access my 7 Essential MCAT Strategies program for a mere $50. Too much? No worries. Here's a free overview video to give you a taste. Now that you've shelved those practice problems for a bit, you might be eyeing up that towering stack of prep books on your desk. Let's talk about that. Every single student who studied for the MCAT, myself included, first step is to go out and buy a prep book set. And this is the opposite of what you want to do for many reasons. It's akin to eating soup with a fork, inefficient and not exactly effective. You may devour every word you read, but the harsh truth is, you're unlikely to recall the intricate details the MCAT demands of you months later when you actually take the exam. Moreover, splashing out on MCAT prep books isn't exactly pocket-friendly. Those suckers can cost $300. Thankfully, there's a veritable buffet of free, high-quality content online. As an advocate of affordable education, I firmly believe that MCAT content learning shouldn't cost $1. After all, you've already invested in a degree to learn this the first time around. Plus, learning via videos is not just a free alternative, it's actually a lot more efficient than just reading. However, the video learning terrain can be difficult to navigate on your own, especially when it comes to determining credible and relevant sources. Although a few of their chem and physics videos don't quite hit the mark for the MCAT. But fear not, I've done the legwork for you. My free video-based study guide connects you to the best videos, offering clear guidance on what to watch, when to watch, and how to watch. And this neatly brings me to my next point, incorporating spaced repetition and active learning. While it can be done with just books, it's really hard. Sort of like trying to thread a needle while riding a roller coaster. Sure, you can do it in theory, but no one really does, and it's not the best idea to try. My top tip is to weave Anki into your content review so you're building a solid Anki deck while reviewing those videos. I explain how to use this in conjunction with using that study plan in this video here. Give it a click after this video to see what it's all about. Having ditched the books and embraced the world of video, it's time to address yet another stumbling block in the MCAT: insufficient planning and time management. Let's get organized. Many MCAT preppers end up strapping themselves to a rocket with no navigation system. And why is this a problem? Well, imagine you're going on a road trip. You've packed all your snacks, have your favorite playlist queued up, but you have no idea where you're going. Sounds absurd, right? Same goes for your MCAT prep. Without a detailed plan and good time management, you're just studying aimlessly, hoping to stumble upon success. What we'll do is swap out that rocket for a GPS-guided supercar. Create a study plan, ideally a week-by-week breakdown, and outline when and where you're going to be working on your materials. And do this time-based, not content-based. I can't say that enough. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do chapters 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow. Say, I'm going to study content for 3 hours tomorrow and do 1 hour of strategy learning. Or I'm going to spend 4 hours of content biology tomorrow and 3 hours of practicing cars passages. You see what I'm saying? I'm using time instead of saying, oh, let's do 7 passages of biology and 8 passages of cars. By having a time-based study, you will focus hard and do well during that time rather than stretching out your prep or trying to rush to make sure you can get it all done in time. And remember, flexibility is key. The best laid plans of mice and MCAT preppers often go awry. If you don't understand a topic as quickly as you thought, take some extra time to solidify that understanding. That's why the study plan that I've built has an extra 10 days of buffer built into it to give you that time for when the plan goes out the window. Also, you have a life outside of MCAT prep, and I know that can be kind of hard to believe to others. So plan study breaks, allocate time for hobbies, and leave some wiggle room to catch up if you need to. Don't know where to start? Our ultimate study plan provides a proven flexible template to kickstart your journey. By now, you should have a clear sense of the path ahead, from establishing a strong content foundation, mastering test-taking strategies, to formulating a detailed study plan. However, there's one vital aspect that often slips through the cracks, and it might already be slipping for you: your mental and physical well-being. Let's highlight why it's so crucial and how to ensure it isn't neglected. You wouldn't run a marathon on an empty stomach or attempt a night drive on 0 hours of sleep, would you? Your brain is no different. Ignoring your physical health during MCAT prep is like trying to start a car with no fuel. It's not going anywhere. And let's not forget the elephant in the room: mental health. Constant stress, anxiety, and burnout are not very conducive to that 528. So how can we fix this? Well, the first solution is to get 8 hours of sleep. Like actual full 8 hours of restful dreaming of sheep sleep. Your brain uses this time to consolidate memories, meaning you'll retain the information better. In fact, if you're not sleeping at least 6 hours a day, your content learning phase is basically wasted with how inefficient it is. Sleep is the #1 thing you can do to be increasing your MCAT score, so make sure to do that. Next, your body. Regular exercise boosts mood, improves memory, and reduces stress. You don't need to become the next CrossFit superstar, just get your heart pumping a few times a week. Food is also crucial. Instead of inhaling energy drinks and candy bars, fuel your brain with balanced meals. Think proteins, fruits, veggies, and whole grains. And last but not least, mindfulness. Whether it's yoga, deep breathing, or just a walk outside, take time to clear your mind and reduce stress. Yes, the MCAT is important, but I don't know who needs to tell you this, so are you. Look after yourself and your MCAT score will follow. Before we wrap up, remember that no amount of strategy can replace genuine effort. As Thomas Edison said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So roll up your sleeves, stay focused, and let's crush the MCAT together. You've got this. Subscribe to A&B Private Tutors for more MCAT tips and tricks. And remember, we're here to make the MCAT a little less scary and a lot more conquerable. Happy studying.